Okay. I don't know who spelled this out, but it spelled it wrong. Global cuisines.
Global cuisines.
I mean, it's always getting better in Japan.
I feel like
They have
yeah.
more time.
True.
They get more taste.
I've
for it.
definitely spent a lot of time after COVID just kind of finding a lot more, I guess, niche cuisines in Japan, you know, because there's so many restaurants already in Japan, right?
Yeah.
And I've always just been curious, being like, oh, I wonder like if they have this particular like super niche cuisine. Like
Yeah.
I made an effort to go to every single Hungarian restaurant in Tokyo. There's
All
only
two.
There's
Yeah.
only 3.
Oh, okay.
I've been to all 3, and only one of them was good. But the problem is, it's so far away from my house,
Right,
where I'm
right.
just like, I'm not.
But it's always good to have those faraway places just in case you ever find yourself nearby. And you're
Oh,
like,
for sure.
You're like, and your friend's like, oh, there's nothing around here. You're like, I know a spot.
We got you.
Yeah.
Because I didn't Mudan find a
Estonian place.
Estonian
Estonian
restaurant.
It was
yeah.
only like, that was run by 2 Japanese people who'd never been to Estonia.
Yes. That's so funny.
That's funny. It's funny to me when they like make a whole restaurant about a country they've never been to.
Yeah.
That feels crazy to me.
Like Outback Steakhouse.
Yeah, I mean, like, surely you would have gone to the country just a little bit to pretend
Can you imagine this the other way around? Like,
It'd be insane.
like someone in America making
Fucking Tim
a-
from Wisconsin opens
Yeah.
up his own sushi store. He's
Yeah,
never
yeah,
been to
yeah.
Japan. That'd be nuts. That'd be nuts. You could literally have like a white guy in like the UK who's lived in Japan, trained under the best sushi chefs. We'd all be like, nah, he's white.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's the question then. After 5 years of going to probably a fuckload of restaurants
Yeah.
in Tokyo, because it's just so easy to do so,
Yeah.
what is the best cuisine in Japan that is not Japanese?
Fuck, oh, man.
If you
Like
had to pick.
consistently?
Consistently.
Probably Italian.
Yeah, probably Italian, just because I feel like it's generally affordable to make those dishes. So I
Yeah.
think that a lot of people know how to make them.
There are a lot of Italian restaurants from every different price points,
Yeah.
and I generally feel like they have the, you know, out of
They get
every
the core
cuisine,
right. They get the
yeah,
core.
they got the core right, and they have their own twist on it, but still tastes fucking
And I
great.
think out of all the cuisines, I think like Italian cuisine has the highest peaks, but like mid-Italian food is often just passable. You're
Yeah.
like, you know, when you have an okay carbonara, you're like, all right.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you don't feel bad about it. When you have like an okay katsu, you're like,
Yeah, that's true.
so much grease and like pork and it's done so like,
What's the Thai restaurants like in Japan, in your opinion?
Pretty good actually.
Yeah.
I like Thai food. I get a lot
Yeah,
of Thai
there's
food
a
here.
lot of Thai food
I would
places.
like them to have, because they always have like the same 5 dishes on every single Japanese menu.
Isn't there because like the Thai government like sponsors people who want to open restaurants outside of Thai and they force them to have certain things on the menu?
There are
like
certain
pad
things.
Thai.
There are certain things on the
Red
menu,
curry.
but I've noticed in Japan it's different from what's on in America and what's on in the UK. Like
Really?
But
Yeah,
everywhere
yeah.
has pad Thai. Pad Thai seems to be
everywhere
Yeah,
has
of
pad
course.
Thai.
And green
Everywhere has
curry.
pad Thai. Everywhere has green curry. But in Japan, there are certain dishes that are way easier to find in Japan in every Thai restaurant than you can find in US restaurants.
Right.
Meanwhile, there are some dishes that I always get in US restaurants that are fucking impossible to get in Thai restaurants.
Yeah.
Like pad Ki Mao, for example, is in like every US Thai restaurant, but
Which one's that one?
it's the drunken noodles.
Oh,
it's the
yeah,
drunken
yeah,
noodles.
yeah.
And yeah, it's super weird that it's almost like now that I've tried Thai cuisine from like around the world in terms of like going to different restaurants, it's weird seeing how every region has its own meta in terms of like what goes on the menu, and then
meta.
everyone will agree on, okay, we're gonna put all of these ones
Right.
in this specific country, and
Wait, so what's a Thai dish that you most commonly see in Japan that you wouldn't see anywhere else?
khao man gai, which is kind of
Oh,
like
yeah,
chicken
yeah.
over rice.
Yeah.
It's like a very
It's
very
really popular here.
Yeah, it's so popular here.
Yeah.
And it's very, very local. And actually, I thought quite niche.
Right.
I think anything rice based from
Yeah.
Japan are like, I'm
Japan
down.
is like, it's got rice in it.
Say
Yeah.
no
Put it
more.
on the menu.
Say no more. Say
And I'm
no
like,
more.
I see this shit everywhere here. And I'm like, I thought.
I mean, the Kalman guy here fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Whenever I see the pictures of this, I never order it because I always think it looks bland.
Oh no, I get this quite often actually.
Really?
It's really good.
It's not the best Thai food. It's a good comfort food, which
Yeah.
is why
Right,
I
right.
was very surprised to see it here because compared to like other Thai foods, this one's a little bit lighter on the palate.
yeah. Yeah, if I'm not too hungry, but I'm in the mood for Thai, I always go to Kalman.
Ever since Gan showed me when we were in Thailand Thai sausage,
Yeah.
I found one place that does Thai sausage.
Oh,
fuck
really?
yeah.
And I always order like 2 portions.
Yeah.
It's just a
Yeah.
full sausage cut up. It's phenomenal.
Yeah.
It's so
Thai
spicy.
sauce- Thai
that shit
sausage
was
is
so
great.
good.
You know what food I've actually been consistently disappointed by in Japan?
Yeah.
Indian food.
Really?
There's a lot of bad Indian food places I feel like in Japan. I don't know if that's my British palate talking, but there's a couple of spots I really, really like.
Yeah.
Because I always end up like fucking dying on the toilet, and that's normally a good sign with Indian food.
Yeah.
Sure.
But yeah, there's a lot of places that I'm like, dude, just butter curry, is that it? You got nothing else in there?
I mean, I mostly now go to like places that are labeled as like Nepalese restaurants.
Yeah,
because there's a lot
of them are run by
those
Nepalese.
in Japan. And yeah, I think I've had a better time with like curry-based stuff at Nepalese restaurants than I have like actual Indian restaurants.
Burgers are also pretty generally bad here, I'd say.
Yeah.
Like, you have to really find a spot. There is a lot of good spots, but there are a lot of bad spots too.
But when you find that good spot, it's
pretty
like
fire. It's pretty
it's
fire.
as good as.
It's because Japan's
home.
just obsessed with like all the chains when it comes to burgers.
Yeah.
I think we'll all agree on this one. I think we only all like one or two Mexican restaurants.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like one.
I know one other one which I want to take you guys to as well, but that one is like the main one.
Well, I didn't
Yeah.
even start eating Mexican food until I moved out of the UK.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Me
it's
too, me
it's
too.
something that unless like was obviously super popular in America, but in the places of the world I went to, it's
Not
always
popular at all, yeah.
consistently.
Actually, I did find one recently in Harajuku that was really, really good. In the back streets of Harajuku.
Oh, is it
it used to
called
be
Chili's?
it used to be a taco truck,
Ah.
but then I guess it got so popular that they bought an actual like restaurant space in Harajuku now, and it's a proper. It's kind of hidden away, but
I know
it's
there's,
really,
like,
really good.
Chili's, not Chili's.
Welcome to Chili's.
Yeah. I think there's one called Chili's in Shibuya that our Mexican friend recommended to me. It was really good.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
I was disgustingly full afterwards. If I'm not disgustingly full, it's not good Mexican.
Yeah.
Like, and I shouldn't have to overorder.
Yes.
Like, I should have my
Yes.
normal ass portion, and it should just be like fucking, yeah, this one.
Chili's
Hey,
Mexican grill.
we've been here.
Yeah, we've been
Yeah,
there.
this place is fire.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
good.
okay.
Actually, this is in Harajuku,
Yeah.
I think. I think it's on the streets of Harajuku.
Yeah, yeah.
It's phenomenal.
Oh, okay.
I don't go there often because I'm rarely in Harajuku, but
Yeah.
very good. Very
Okay.
good Mexican food.
Do you know one thing that I've noticed
What?
after living 5 years in Japan? I actually, the more years I live here, the less Japanese
Yeah.
food I eat.
Yeah.
I know why though.
Why?
It doesn't deliver well.
Oh.
That's not the reason for
mean
me.
by
Actually,
like
I used to
and
eat
stuff?
eat Japanese food like every single day, and then now that I've lived here for 5 years, I'm like Japanese cuisine, fucking great. But I would sometimes I just need a stronger flavor profile. There's only so many times when I can just appreciate, the natural flavors of things and the high class ingredients. Sometimes just put some spice on that shit, please.
You know what? I've recently realized. I went to this French restaurant, right?
Yeah.
And it was really popular. And I was sitting in there and I was eating this food, and I'm like, this is good. It's good. It just doesn't taste French.
Right.
And I'm eating it all, and I'm sitting and I'm like, I think it hit me. I was like, oh, it's like someone who liked French food and then kind of adapted it to the Japanese palate by like
Yeah.
removing a lot of the really heavy flavors.
Yeah.
And making it like really subdued. And I was like, that must be why everyone here is
into it.
is Japanese.
Yeah.
Because when I go to like a good French restaurant, I'll see other French people.
Yeah, for sure.
Because it'll be like the classic French flavors that they'll really use and use quite heavily. A lot of butter, a lot of garlic. Whereas this one was like a lot more, I'd say, like on the Japanese side.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I've noticed that they do this a lot with certain restaurants. They'll make it more Japanese, aka kind of maybe focusing less on really intense flavors and also focusing more on the ingredients.
Yeah, that's what I had with like the 2 out of the 3 Hungarian restaurants I
Yeah.
went to, was that like it looked and smelt like Hungarian food, but then the moment I put it in my mouth, I was like, there's no flavor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or there's way less flavor. And it's like, it's clearly catered more towards the Japanese market where they're like, they want more of the subtleties of flavors. But I'm like, that goes against Eastern European food. Like, Eastern European food should be heavy
Yeah.
and giga flavorful.
Dude, I had a cool memory. Every time I go get my hair cut, they have this tablet in front of me that just plays ads.
Right.
Like I'm like a fucking like Subway service distributor.
Yeah.
But they'll always play these ads for these like recipes.
Right.
For Japanese recipes.
Okay.
And it is like I'm like screaming into the void watching these recipes as they make the most blandest shit of all. I'm British and I'm saying that.
Yeah.
Like I saw one and it was basically just what was it? It was a fucking monstrosity. It was disgusting looking. It was like they had sausages. They boiled these gross looking sausages, poked holes in them with a fork, and then put spaghetti in the sausages and like had it go through.
I've seen that.
And then they boiled the spaghetti with the sausages, and then they put like they got like, I don't know what it was, some kind of nori or something to put a face on the thing. And I was like, and then they just eat the spaghetti with the sausages with no sauce. And I was like, I was like, ah!
You know.
At least it had some tomato sauce.
Yeah.
It would be somewhat passable. But I was like, I'm losing it.
I'm sure
this is like a recipe.
I'm sure that's just some shit to like, please, to make it so that like your kids are like, oh yeah, we have like the funky little fucking sausage spaghetti.
But then they would have like ones that like looked like they would only fucking use like daikon, I swear, as any flavoring. And I was like, you put some soy sauce in it, please.
You know what's a quintessential Japanese dish? That's not even Japanese, but it's like a Japanified dish that I see Japanese people fucking loving it everywhere. And I've had it so many times and I just never understood it. Tarako spaghetti. I have never, ever understood.
Get that shit out of here, please.
Okay, look.
Do you want to explain what that is in English?
Yeah, so tarako is like, it's salmon roe, right?
Yeah, salmon roe.
Yeah, so it's salmon roe. Sometimes you can have, so there's two versions. There's mentaiko and then there's tarako. They're both kind of the same thing, except mentaiko is usually,
They love it.
Yeah,
They love
tarako
it.
is like a little bit more of the spicier ones, right? But tarako and mentaiko spaghetti, is as the name suggests, you get some fucking spaghetti, you put some tarako in it, maybe a little bit of soy sauce, and then that's it.
Like, go to the...
It's so bad.
Like,
it's so bad.
This is one of the few Japanese dishes where I'm like, wow, this makes British food look appetizing.
And look, to preface, I
like that shit, man.
To preface, I like tarako if it's like by
Yeah.
itself and you you
But
eat
on
it directly.
spaghetti?
But on spaghetti, I'm like, bro, give me some fucking flavor, please. Give
Makes me
me
so mad.
Yeah, if I'm gonna eat spaghetti anything, I'm having the most like flavorful, fat ass fucking like bolognese or like something,
I swear, whenever you go to an Italian place and they're always like, today's pasta, and it's always this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, why?
I'm like, why? No,
Just,
no one's
do you
ordering
know-
this.
You have tomatoes in this country. Just use them. Use them.
Give me some sauce, bro.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah, it's very frustrating.
I've never understood the hype of this.
Yeah.
British man wants flavor. That's all I want.
Yeah.
Just some seasoning. And I always want like fucking pepper. And I got to fight to get pepper on fucking
Yeah,
sometimes.
that's
They if they don't immediately have pepper, I'm like, why? Give me some goddamn pepper.
I don't know. Okay, when you go to yakitori, what do you prefer? Do you prefer the tare version?
No,
or
it's
you-
gonna be salt. Salt.
Really?
Salt.
Oh my god.
Tare, you're ruining it all. Only
Why?
sukune should be tare.
No.
Yes.
No.
You think negima should be tare?
I think negima.
No.
I can have both, man. Give me like,
Bro, I took you to my spot, gone. We
Okay,
did. We
it
had
was good.
salt. We
It
had
was
salt
good.
only.
Yeah.
That's why, because the chicken's fire.
the chicken is.
If
fire.
I go to Torikizoku, yeah, I'll have tare. Honestly, I don't want to taste the chicken. I want to taste. I want to taste the texture and the sauce.
But sometimes you just want the fucking sauce, and that I guess like that's the perfect analogy.
He thinks that yakitori should always be tare.
No, not always tare, but I definitely prefer the tare version.
Aw.
I can't have like
should be salt.
I can't have like 3-4 sticks in a row of just salt. I can't.
What
I like.
the, it's salt's the seasoning.
I'm a fence sitter. I usually get both half. But if I had to pick, yeah, tare is better.
no.
Tare is better.
I like, okay, one fire stick of like negima with salt. I'm like, all right, fucking banger.
Yeah.
2, all right. I can handle 2. 3 in a row. I'm like, come on, give me a different taste. Yeah. Please,
That's literally
mix
my.
it up.
That's
my
why I get half, so I can mix it up. I'll start with one salt to like get to make sure that like, all right, the ingredients taste good, it's nice and cooked, and then I go for the tare for that extra flavor.
Also with the tare, this is like my Southeast Asian showing. I can fucking just put the chili flakes on it, way too many.
And it sticks.
And it sticks on it, and that's the best part of the yakitori for me, man.
Yeah.
That is it.
Nah, if the chicken was juicy enough, they'd stay on.
No, but see, sometimes you go to if you go to like a cheap shit yakitori place, sometimes the salt just doesn't cut it.
Yeah, that's why I said like if I'm going to Torikizoku, tare them up.
Yeah, exactly.
Tare them up.
Right?
So I need more flavors.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
That chicken.
But
is
if I'm
pretty
going to a
nice.
nice place, then obviously I want to taste the flavor, so I'm more inclined to get the salt one.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Basically, this is me saying I want to ruin Japanese cuisine by having
What?
more dipping sauce.
Yeah. The
that would be great.
Yeah, you don't even like sauce.
Yeah, the condiment hater is saying.
No. I don't like. I don't like condiments.
We've
and
had this
conversation. We've had this conversation. I separate them into
the
two
yakitori place I always
two
go
different
to,
things.
where the guy we definitely didn't like foreigners initially. He doesn't even let you choose. It's always shio, and then sukune is tare. You don't get a choice.
Yes.
Because he knows what's best.
Well, yeah, because he's not going to give you a dry ass fucking salted sukune. Like that's
he knows,
psychotic.
He knows what's best for the flavors.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I know, but sometimes you just want
okay.
you just want okay, like for example, like going to a sushi restaurant, right?
I like it when they put the soy sauce on for me. I like it when they do that.
Okay.
Because they always give you the perfect amount.
Yeah,
Because they brush it on.
Yeah.
I love that. Because if I had a brush of me, yeah, I'd be
But
be
like-
chilling. I can't bring a brush of me. You know?
But like amount of wasabi you put on.
I
There-
like how much they put on.
there is an optimal amount of wasabi that
Yeah.
every master like sushi chef puts
Yeah, right.
on. It's perfectly balanced. But sometimes I just want to fucking gas myself.
Oh
man.
my
Sometimes
No,
there's
God,
this
no,
satisfying
no.
feeling. I know all the flavors are perfect in like omakase fucking sushi.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just want to go to this cheap ass sushi place, order 10 pieces of the same fucking sushi, my favorite sushi, and just gas myself with probably just a bit too much wasabi. Is there a problem with
Yes,
that? You know,
yes.
is there a problem with
Yes.
that?
Yeah, because at that
Okay.
point you're not eating the fish, you're eating the fucking wasabi.
All right, let's
But that's
a shit take. We're moving on.
Something satisfying.